This is brilliant. All right, yes, hello, I'm Dr. Julia Kasmire, a genuine holder of a PhD, as you can see. That's me, right there, holding a PhD. You know, I like a good literal interpretation. I want to thank everyone for coming today. I also want to thank the organizers for putting this on. This is a great opportunity, and it will go directly on my CV, where I will describe it as providing original community service and leadership material to a very large audience. Very large audience. And, you know, I was tempted to say that it was, you know, a Nobel Prize that I'd received, but I thought, you're only supposed to exaggerate like 5% on a CV, right? 5% is the most you're supposed to. Everyone, never mind. But really, today is about the researchers, about thanking them, about giving them an opportunity to get out of the lab, to take off the lab coat, to put down whatever that is, do something else with people, genuine people who speak face to face. You know, postdocs don't get enough time to do all the things that they're expected to do, besides operating that thing, or whatever she's doing in white gloves, I don't know. Or this guy, what? You know what, I also want to point out there are postdocs who don't wear lab coats or white gloves. Not all postdocs wear lab coats. I mean, they're easier to spot when they do, but they don't all do it. But really, so this is an opportunity to take time, to feel good about yourselves, to give yourself a pat on the back, because no one else will. And I thought, not only is this a good opportunity today, but it could be the start of something brilliant. A whole series of, you know, opportunities to recognize our achievements. And because we don't have enough day-to-day competition, we could make it a Postdoc Olympics. That's right. I mean, based on my own personal experience, I could imagine events like mental weightlifting, where you are expected to lift yourself up to unreasonable standards of achievement, while also being responsible for your own mindfulness and exuberant joy and personal growth or something. And, you know, another event might be the credibility climbing, where you're judged on how coherently and convincingly you can talk about something that doesn't exist yet. Yeah, you know, if you can fool them, then you win, essentially. And we've got the responsibility hurdles. Yeah. This is where you have to devise your own research schedule while leaping over like added responsibility and weird questions and emails at like 2 a.m. and, you know, just general jackassery from your PI. Yeah, leap right over that. Sail above it. My personal favorite, the grant proposal archery, where you have to hit a target the size of a pound coin that is somewhere over there with only vague guidance about where it is, under very strict time limits. Now, you can ask for your grant writing support team to help, but that does cut down on your time that you're allowed to have. Also, there is a certain chance that they will come back to you with responses like, our services are really only for bigger grants. Ooh, true story. Or, you know, this one really stings a bit. We only help candidates with more potential for winning. So yeah, you know, double-edged sword that. The ref cycle races, of course. You have to write more refable papers while changing jobs every 2 months. It's good. You know, you can even change jobs like you're changing a bicycle midstream, halfway around. Just change. It's part of the game. You know, this is a good one. Networking Judo. This one's a very physical skill. It's about balancing a tiny plate with 2 mystery canapes and some dodgy fruit in one hand, and a glass of warm, cheap and white wine in the other. And you gotta like shake hands and like get some contact details and some business cards. You lose points if you spill anything, or if you try to swallow just as someone asks you a question. Sure, absolutely, I know what you're talking about. Nope, lose points. The feedback marathon. Now this is an interesting one. In this one, you have to make eye contact and smile for about 2 hours. Well, 26.1 people, don't ask me how that works. 26.1 people give you feedback on what you've written. Now, the real challenge is that over the course of that time, the feedback will become less applicable. By the end of it, it will be completely incoherent. It will be someone just ranting about the trains, or you know, why self-checkout machines at supermarkets don't recognize your item. Don't they expect it? Why does this have to do with my paper? This is really not helpful. Feedback. Make eye contact, smile the whole time. Now, there's no competition without prizes, am I correct? But, you know, a Postdoc Olympics can't have something as straightforward as gold, silver, and bronze medals. They can't even have sawdust-filled carnival prizes. What you get if you win is a short-term contract. Yes. Get in. It's what we're all here for. Oh, yeah. And second place, a certificate printed in Comic Sans. That's right. I've got at least several of those. They're keeping my desk level. And third place, you're all gonna like this, third place gets that intangible gift of reputational value. Yeah, great, thanks. But more importantly than just prizes, I mean, it's the taking part that counts, right? It's the participating. And if you want to participate, you will have to pay for it yourself and apply for reimbursement. All travel costs will be reimbursed, eventually. Because first you have to go to like the back of the internet and find a form, and then you have to find your account codes and your project codes from some lost in an email that came once, like months ago, from someone who isn't even on your project. So you have to put all that together, you have to print out the form and turn it in, because this is the digital age. And then it will be rejected at least twice because you've done something completely unreasonable, like included a receipt for some kind of frivolous nonsense like headache medicine. True story. Or because you foolishly thought that including a small gratuity on one of your receipts would be covered by your funding. No, be grateful on your own time. So, we can all recognize achievements in ourselves and each other, and I want to thank the organizers for putting this on. It's a great achievement. I want to thank all of you for coming here today. It's a great achievement. But you have done other things that are great, and you will do other things that are also probably great. I can't guarantee it. But my last piece of advice is, whenever given the opportunity, do some shameless self-promotion. Thank you very much.